Hello, my name is Russ Ramsland. Recently, our Congressman Pete Sessions just voted with Nancy Pelosi and over 100 Democrats to pass the $1.15 trillion omnibus spending bill, which runs to over 2,000 pages. Now, Pete has not read that bill. No congressman has read that bill. In fact, a congressman to have tried to read that bill in the 48 hours allotted would have had to have read one page every minute for 48 hours with no time for meals, no time for sleep, not even a bathroom break. So thanks to Pete Sessions, no one read the bill, and thanks to Pete Sessions, no one had time to amend the bill either before they got to vote on it. Now that the bill is passed, we will have to read the bill to find out what's in it. This is just like with Nancy Pelosi. Now, the U.S. House of Representatives in the Constitution is given the right of the power of the purse. What this means is that House Republicans by themselves get to determine what we will fund and what we will not fund. President Obama cannot spend a single penny without the consent of House Republicans. And yet the House Republican leadership treats itself as if it's really nothing more than an Obama ATM machine instead of a co-equal branch of the U.S. government. Unfortunately and unsurprisingly, the omnibus spending bill that Pete Sessions has just voted for is essentially a blank check for the Obama agenda. And that's exactly why 95 Republicans who are conservatives voted against it. The bill that Pete Sessions just voted for fails to defund Obamacare, that huge monstrosity that rolls on unimpeded, ruining and restricting the health care choices of millions of Americans, even as it drives our country deeper and deeper into debt. The bill that Pete Sessions just voted for fails to defund the president's reckless Syrian resettlement program. And this is a program that brings thousands, if not tens of thousands, of young men of military age directly from the Middle East battlefields and into our communities with essentially no vetting. Representative Babin tells us the bill even adds $100 million to the Office of Refugee Resettlements in order to expand it at the same time as our law professionals are telling us that they actually have no way of effectively vetting these people, including the fact that they are not even allowed to look at their Facebook accounts, their Twitter accounts, or any of their social media. Now, I can't tell you exactly which one of these young men will be terrorists, but I can tell you this. ISIS has promised they are among them. The bill that Pete Sessions has signed also fails to defund anything with regards to the president's illegal and unconstitutional amnesty. And this is a plan, of course, that runs directly counter to the rule of law and our own national sovereignty. Despite thousands of words about sanctuary cities, and Pete Sessions has even said some of those, the bill that Pete Sessions has just signed fails to defund any taxpayer funding for sanctuary cities. My question today is simple. How many innocent Americans are going to have to die, and how many American families are going to be torn asunder before this Congress gets serious about doing something about this illegal immigration problem? The bill that Pete Sessions just voted for does not defund Planned Parenthood. In fact, that is the group, as you may recall, that has recently been caught up in several videos, and they are treating human lives and really human bodies as mere commodities that they can buy and sell. We should be investigating these people. We should not be funding their activities. The bill that Pete Sessions has just voted for does not defund any of what is essentially the Department of Education's Common Core program. And this is a program, if you recall, that uses a propaganda-oriented approach to teach your kids that America is essentially a bad place. So the bill that Pete Sessions voted for is yet another perfect example of the difference between talk and action. I am running for Congress because I am sick and tired of a lot of conservative-sounding talk, and I think it's time that we have real conservative action. As your congressman, I would have voted to defund the Syrian refugee program. I will vote to defund Obamacare. I will vote to defund Planned Parenthood. I will vote to defund the president's illegal and unconstitutional amnesty. And I will work as hard as I can to stop these trillion-dollar boondoggle bills that are driving our country further into debt, and we're putting it on the shoulders of our children and our grandchildren. My name is Russ Ramsland. If you agree with me that it is time for less talk and more action, then I ask you for your support and I ask you for your vote at the Republican March 1 primary. To learn more about me, please go to my website, ramslandforcongress.com. Thank you.